Welcome to the bold analysis. Something happened today that I want us to look at because Kanini Kega, who was supposed to be the new Secretary General of Jubilee Party, according to the meeting that was held last Friday in Nakuru, has made a U-turn. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and also like our video. I humbly request you that you can also share our videos, and through that you're also helping to increase our revenue stream. Kanini Kega was amongst the members of parliament under the Jubilee that met in a Nakuru hotel on Friday. And their mission was to engineer a leadership change in Jubilee Party and actually take over that party from Uhuru Kenyatta. And we analyzed that the premise, or rather this plot, had been hatched during the frequent State House meetings that was actually led by Sabina Chege and Kanini Kega. What we will see is a bit of social media hype on that. Then on Sunday, during the Nakuru rally, which was a political rally disguised as a prayer session, Kanini Kega and Sabina Chege will be given the limelight to give what will be a position of their new Jubilee Party that they had formed. And my question was that was not really needed. And so I want us to look at why really Kanini Kega might have made that move. According to the plan that was hatched, on Monday, today, after the Friday meeting, there was supposed to be a tour of the Jubilee Party, the new Jubilee Party offices. In fact, a visit in the new Jubilee Party offices. Remember, they moved from the Thika Road side, the Jubilee House on the Thika Road, and somewhere in the other side of Lavington, Kileleshwa. So the new the new generals were supposed to visit the Jubilee Party, and over the weekend the reports were all over that they had even secured advanced security for them to visit that place. Remember, they had never taken even a single tour of that place. So that was supposed to happen today. And days after Kioni, they engineered removal of Kioni, Murade, and also I think it was the treasurer or someone, in what was seen as then that takeover. Or rather, it was setting a stage for a clash between Jeremiah Kioni camp and their camp. Of course, I have always been wondering what was the problem, because Ruto does he need even the party? Does Ruto need the Jubilee Party? He doesn't need the Jubilee Party. If he needs his legislative agenda in the National Assembly, then he only needs to whip these members to support him in the National Assembly, whatever, because even there, voting is a secret. So I was even wondering the hula baloo about the Secretary General. Does Jubilee add very big legitimacy, good legitimacy to President Ruto? I was wondering this was just for optics, and of course there was something that was targeted. Now what happened? Kioni flew to Tanzania. Not Kioni, Kega flew to Tanzania. And that never happened. It was cancelled, rather postponed. A quick check in Kanini Kega's Twitter page, he still refers to himself as Jubilee Party Director of Elections. Has not changed his profile as the new Secretary General. Even though if you go check his Twitter, you'll realize that I'm a post pichapo, the new photo of Jubilee Party logo, but has not changed anything in his profile. I said that everything that was going there is what in fact, someone should let me confirm. In the last general election, Kutuny alivai na chama gani? And did Kutuny resign from Jubilee Party as an official? By the way, hebu nifikirie kitu. Unajua Today, Kutunya has written a letter of their resolutions, or rather, resolutions from the Friday meeting to RPP. RPP is Register of Office of Registration of Political Parties, for them to effect those changes. Of course, they're going to look at it and perhaps respond. But I've just been wondering what exactly, because Kutuny was, the last time confirmed, he had even resigned from that party. But then, because of politics, he's back. SG, whom we all know, Jeremiah Kioni, said that according to the Jubilee Party constitution, only party leader who is President Uhuru Kenyatta or Secretary General can call the neck. Any other person cannot call the neck, and if anyone calls the neck, then it's unconstitutional. And I want to resume an argument I brought forth here. Over the weekend, Uhuru Kenyatta was in the lakeside, and he was there with his Secretary General, Jeremiah Kioni, had a roadside rally with the Raila Odinga team, and they were there with the Jeremiah Kioni, and he made some statements. In fact, the public appearance of Uhuru Kenyatta and Kioni was telling it all. Because our position, or rather what was going on was, this issue was never about party. The person on target was Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And they're just trying to test what is it after. In fact, they wanted to say, and so with the weekend reaction, if someone wanted to know what Uhuru Kenyatta is thinking about, then maybe they already got the response. So what exactly is going on? Why do you think Kanini Kega, and I can tell you reliably that he's not going to take that route. Kega is not taking that route. Doesn't even need it, by the way. And I think sometimes politicians are just a bit, watu ni kama tu wapigangi tu hesabu. When you listen. So if you think Jubilee Party is not a friendly party in Mount Kenya, and so that's why you want to cross over to UDA, then why don't you just cross over to UDA instead of engineering a party, or rather, instead of changing the Secretary General now? Even if you change and become the Secretary General of Jubilee Party, will that change the image of the party? Or will that change the tide? Between becoming a Secretary General of Jubilee Party and just crossing over to UDA, which one will soften the grounds for you? Sometimes naangalia zingine unasema sasa hawa hata wanafikiria nini? These things don't even add up. You have a better option than even now what you're going for. Now, there are some things that there is a very clear interpretation that I can see here. The whole Jubilee coup was just an operation rescue Sabina Chege. Sabina Chege is the only nominated member of parliament under the Jubilee Party. And I think after coming out publicly, crossing over the other side, Azimio team have been asking that she be dropped as the deputy minority in the National Assembly. That post also comes with some privileges. There were calls for her to be dropped, that she needed to lose that position. And I think what they already know is that Kioni and the team wanted to effect that change. So after that, there were already letters that were written there. Of course, for the elected members, it's not very easy. Nominated member will have to fight for her space through the dispute resolution structures and the party structures. She still have avenues, even going to court. So there is a lot of it, a lot of lifeline. But for the elected member, it's not easy because that mandate, even though party is the vehicle, but it's given by the people. So it's not easy unless he or she resigns as a member of parliament. Kanini is playing Ruto's script blindly. And if you ask me, it's not even Ruto, it's Rigathe's script. Trying to, Rigathi in December gave some ultimatum to members of parliament that those from Mount Kenya, they needed to cross over to UDA immediately, the immediate effect, so that ile kura Raila alipata huko reduce. And there was that prompt. So it was actually This was a Ruto script because the person that was on target was never this. It's not Kioni. If they have been saying that Kioni does not have influence, even in Mount Kenya, so do you think you can go after someone who does not wield any influence? This was about Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And it will be a continuation of what started with the tax question, scaling down of the security details, and it was just a continuation of that script to try to provoke, because when Uhuru speaks, maybe they want to state the drama. When Uhuru was in Kisumu and said, "I am retired but not tired," he insinuated that he wants to remain politically active. And that might have pulled a trigger. That might have really changed the script by this Jubilee conman. Because Uhuru supported, and it's, he supported quite a number of these members of parliament. Kioni, the Sabinas, they got a bit of support from him. And when they realize he's going to remain active in politics, you never know. Might of them might realize that he might lose it and say, "Okay, fine, because you guys think this and that," and engineer a coup against them in their respective places, fund some other candidates. And that will change the tide. Do you think Uhuru's call that is going to remain active in politics and going public dalliance with Kioni changed the whole script by these fellows? This was a Rigathis script. It started the prayer rally in Nakuru, process of culminating into welcoming Ruto in Sagana State Lodge. Maybe President realized, "Oh, that's not a must, guys." That's my take. Thank you very much for those who have listened to me. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Huh?